it's loud. Time to turn it down. Way down.
On the creep in the box Chevy, candy paint so wet, the whole damn city sleeping, but we ain't done yet. Just floating on the blacktop under pale yellow lights. The bass is making the rearview shake, correcting all the nights. Injustices and dramas, we just ride right through the scene, locked in on the mission, keeping the vision clean. This ain't just driving, homie, this a different kind of zone. A G's meditation, sitting solid on my throne.
Caught in this asphalt hypnosis, slow and low. The whole world disappears, it's just a beat in the glow. Got my mind on my money, and my homies all know. This asphalt hypnosis is how the real G's grow.
I'm peeping out the new jacks, frontin' for the gram. Trying to look hard, but they act as just a scam. A straight up buster couldn't understand this peace, this quiet concentration, this spiritual release. They're chasing after clout, we focused on the cash. They're making a big scene, we're making the moment last. It's a different vibration, a frequency they can't find, cause they hustles on the surface, ours is in the mind.
Caught in this asphalt hypnosis, slow and low. The whole world disappears, it's just the beat and the glow. Got my mind on my money, and my homies all know. This asphalt hypnosis is how the real G's grow.
This low rider ain't just metal, it's my thinking tank, where I process all the fake love and the backhand thanks. Filter out the static from the days long, crooked fight and find my center in the darkness. Guided by the beats light, it's about the long game, stacking chips for the click while the suckers burn out fast on some get rich quick trick. This is the clarity you get when the world is put on mute, just a G-funk gospel bearing prosperous fruit.
Lot of new jacks out here, but they don't know the code. Yeah. Posted up, just me and my homie G. In the lack, sitting clean for the world to see. We ain't flashing now, we just kicking it low pro. Watching all the busters putting on a fake show. They talk a big game, but they hustles looking thin. We just stay on our grind, focused on the C, no spin. It ain't no thing but a G thing, that's how we was raised. To stay cool in the heat of these sun-drenched crazy days.
This is a player's code,
You gotta move in silence,
handle your biz,
and avoid all the violence.
They cheat on paper,
Keep your mind on the prize. The real G's move, smooth the busters tell a lie.
This is the player's code,
You gotta move in silence,
handle your biz,
and avoid all the violence.
They cheat on
paper.
Keep your mind on the prize. The real G's move, smooth the busters tell a lie. We on the boulevard crawl, the whip is barely moving. Chronic smokers hanging thick, the whole damn car's grooving. A shorty on the corner gives a look that's understood. A silent invitation in this sun-soaked neighborhood. No need to holler at her, the vibe is all it takes. Real players recognize we don't make rookie mistakes. We just peeping the whole scene, taking it all in stride. With nothing but our reputation and our damn pride.
This is the player's code.
You gotta move in silence,
Handle your biz
and avoid all the violence.
Stay true to the paper.
Keep your mind on the prize. The real G's move, smooth the busters tell a lie.
This is the player's code.
You gotta move in silence,
Handle your biz
and avoid all the violence.
Stay true to the paper.
Keep your mind on the prize. The real G's move, smooth the busters tell a lie. Some fools think it's about the ice, the flashiest new ride, but the OGs know it's deeper. It's what you hold inside. It's the respect you command without saying a word. The loudest statement is the one that's never heard. So let them chase the spotlight, let them have their little fame. We're playing for the long run in this complicated game. Stacking our Benjamins slow and steady, that's the key. Longevity, homie, for you and for me. Silence, handle your biz and avoid all the violence. Stay true to the paper. Keep your mind on the prize. The real G's move, smooth the busters tell a lie.
This is the player's code.
You gotta move in silence,
Handle your biz
and avoid all the violence.
Stay true to the paper.
Keep your mind on the prize. The real G's move, smooth the busters tell the lies.
The code.
Yeah. Handle your biz. Stay low. Real G's.
Lock the world out. Let the beat in.
The windows are tinted, the pressure's on the glass. Watching a frantic world in a hurry, moving way too fast. But in here the timeline slows, the air is thick with bass. I built a rolling fortress, my own time and space. The rhythm is the heartbeat, the sub is the command. The only law I'm following in this troubled land. This ain't just a system, it's a low in therapy. A shield from all the venom that the world keeps throwing at me.
In my sonic sanctuary, the bass is all I feel. The world outside is fiction, but this moment here is real. Just a shield of chrome and melody, a fortress on four wheels. This sonic sanctuary is the only thing that heals.
I glide past the chaos, the arguments and stares. They're all trapped in the frequency of worries and of cares. I'm on a different wavelength, a steady pulsing wave. From the madness of the moment, it's my sanity I save. They're searching for a sign, I'm listening to a sound. My speakers preach a gospel to this weary, worn out town. A sermon of survival, of poison, of control. The only kind of preaching that can purify the soul.
In my sonic sanctuary, the bass is all I feel. The world outside is fiction, but this moment here is real. Just a shield of chrome and melody, a fortress on four wheels. This sonic sanctuary is the only thing that heals.
This ain't about escaping, it's about finding what is true. When you filter out the static, a clearer point of view emerges from the rhythm, a focus sharp and clean. The realest moving picture on this city's dirty screen. So let them run their race, let them chase their fleeting prize. I find my own salvation between the hi-hats and the highs. This mobile meditation is the key to my release. My armor and my temple, my own private sense of peace. The bass is all I feel. The world outside is fiction, but this moment
It ain't vanity, it's pride. You gotta see yourself clearly.
Sunday afternoon, the sun is hanging high and bright, wiping down the bumper, catching rays of golden light. Every curve on this machine tells a story of the grind, a physical reminder of the peace I had to find. This ain't just a car, it's a mirror to my soul, reflecting back the man who fought to take control. From the gutter to the glory, every scratch is a degree. The man in the reflection, yeah, that's really me. In these chrome reflections, I see the man I am, a survivor of the struggle, a product of the plan. The city's in the background, a hazy distant hum. In these chrome reflections, I see what I've begun. Now we hit the boulevard, the engine purrs a steady tune. The world warps on the surface underneath the afternoon. I see the hopeful dreamers and the ones who lost their way, all reflected in the chrome at the closing of the day. They look but they don't see the depth of what it means to build a life from nothing beyond the public scenes. They just see the shine, they don't see the sacrifice. Reflected for a second, then I roll on past their life. In these chrome reflections, I see the man I am, a survivor of the struggle, a product of the plan. The city's in the background, a hazy distant hum. In these chrome reflections, I see what I've become. Sometimes I see a ghost in it, a younger, wilder face, full of fire and ambition, running at a frantic pace. Before the code was learned, before the calm set in, a kid who didn't know the difference between a loss and a win. This chrome shows me the journey, the wisdom and the cost for everything I've gained and everything I've lost. It keeps me grounded, keeps me humble, keeps me on my quest, putting my spirit and my history to the test. Yeah, what I've become, seeing it clearly.
The city's quiet now. Lest you think, lest you remember.
2 a.m. on the dot, the boulevard's a ghost town. Just me and this machine slowly coasting up and down. The empty streets are talking, telling tales of yesterday, of the ones who stood tall and the ones who lost the way. This ain't a joyride, nah, this is a pilgrimage I take. For every soul I miss, for every promise that I break. To myself in the quiet when the front is put aside. Nowhere to run from the truth, nowhere left to hide. These are my midnight memoirs, playing in my head. A soundtrack for the living and a toast to the dead. Every street light's a spotlight on the words I never said. Just these midnight memoirs putting my soul to bed. I passed the old arcade, now it's just a boarded up dream where we used to chase high scores, a legendary team. Now the high scores are different, the stakes are way more real, and the game don't give you extra lives no matter how you feel. I see the bench where we first planned on taking over the world. Just a couple of young G's with our futures all unfurled. Some flew too close to the sun, some just faded from the heat. Now I'm the last one left, cruising down this lonely street. These are my midnight memoirs, playing in my head. A soundtrack for the living and a toast to the dead. Every street light's a spotlight on the words I never said. Just these midnight memoirs putting my soul to bed. Yeah, it's a heavy kind of crown when
You're the one who makes it through, cause you carry the weight of the memories of your whole crew. Every laugh, every fight, every eye got your back. Man's a chapter in the story, a part of the master plan. So I roll for them, I ride for them, I keep their spirit near. In the hum of the engine, I can feel them right here. This ain't just a cruise, it's a nightly rendezvous with the ghosts of my past and the man I grew into.
They listen for the noise, I listen for the music.
The city's taking breaths now, deep and slow and long. The daytime symphony of chaos is all gone, replaced by a new rhythm, a different kind of song. This is where the real ones know that they belong. The hum of the transformers is the bass note of the street. The whisper of the tires is a snare drum to the beat. Every passing car symbol, clean and bittersweet. This is a concrete serenade, can't be beat.
This is my concrete serenade, a lullaby in chrome, a song the lonely boulevards are singing to bring me home. No violins or pianos, just the sounds I've always known. This concrete serenade is for the streets I roam.
The street lights spill their orange glow like honey on the ground, creating silent spotlights where no audience is found, except the ghosts of yesterday who linger in the air, reminding me of every triumph and despair. I see a cat slink through the shadows, a master of the night, moving with a purpose, avoiding all the light. We're one and the same, I suppose, in our own unique way, just trying to make it through to the break of another day.
This is my concrete serenade, a lullaby in chrome, a song the lonely boulevards are singing to bring me home. No violins or pianos, just the sounds I've always known. This concrete serenade is for the streets I roam.
This melody ain't perfect, it's got a cracked and broken tone. It's got a hint of danger in its gentle mournful drone. For every soothing harmony there's a dissonance of strife. That's the honest, brutal music of this complicated life. But if you listen closely underneath the grit and grime, you can hear a song of hope that transcends all space and time. It's a ballad for the broken, a hymn for the strong, where even in the darkness we all still sing along. Singing me home.
You don't need a castle.
the boulevards, yo king.
The moon is my spotlight, the street is my stage. Turning another corner, turning another page. In this book of survival, the ink is my own sweat. On the velvet seats of a 65 Corvette. Every street light salutes as I glide on through, showing silent respect, cause they know what I do. It ain't about the noise you make, it's about the presence you own. Acquired dominion from my asphalt throne. This ain't no castle, it's an asphalt throne. Riding on the streets that I call my own. No crown upon my head, just a mind that's fully grown. In this asphalt throne, I'm never alone. I see the young ones moving fast, talking loud and bold, chasing after fantasies, stories they've been told. They don't understand the long game, the patience and the poise, mistaking real power for making the most noise. But power is the silence when you enter the room. The way the tension shifts, dispelling all the gloom. It's a language without words, a look in a low tone, the unspoken constitution of the asphalt throne. This ain't no castle, it's an asphalt throne. Riding on the streets that I call my own. No crown upon my head, just a mind that's fully grown. In this asphalt throne, I'm never alone. This empire ain't built to diamonds, it ain't built to gold. It's built on loyalty and the stories that I told. From one generation to the next, passed down like a sacred art. How to play your position, how to play your part. So let them have their fast cash, they fleet in 15 minutes. I'm invested in the long haul, I know no limits. The only thing that's real is the legacy you've shown, and the peace you find sitting on your asphalt throne.
The city's holding its breath. So am I.
The streetlights start to bleed, the day's loud chatter fades into a quiet hum across the concrete Everglades. This is the city's true voice when the sun is gone to hide. A low and steady rhythm that you can feel deep inside. I'm just a passenger, tuning to the right wave on the frequency of survival for the souls we try to save from the noise and the confusion, the pressure and the rush, in the silence of the darkness. A sacred holy
Feeling that nocturnal pulse deep inside my soul, a rhythm that can make a broken spirit whole. In the silence of the city, I finally take control.
Feeling nocturnal pulse.
I see the sleepwalkers trapped in the pale neon glow, chasing after phantoms with nowhere real to go. They mistake the frantic movement for a sign that they're alive, but the real power's in the current. You can feel it when you drive, slow and steady with a purpose, in sync with the design, the unspoken, unseen network, the ley lines that connect the real players, the ones who understand the true and heavy heartbeat of this promised land.
That nocturnal pulse deep inside my soul, a rhythm that can make a broken spirit whole. In the silence of the city, I finally take control. Oh, feeling nocturnal pulse.
This pulse ain't on the radio, you can't download this track. It's the wisdom of the struggle, and there ain't no turning back. Once you feel it in your spirit and it settles in your bones, you're forever disconnected from the counterfeit thrones. It's the language of survival, it's the logic of the street, the steady silent power in the space between the beats. It's the alternate composure, the final honest truth, the everlasting fountain of our complicated youth.
Feeling that nocturnal pulse deep inside my soul, a rhythm that can make a broken spirit whole. In the silence of the city, I finally take control. Feeling the nocturnal
Pulse, yeah. Take control. Deep and slow. Feeling that pulse.